Hail, Chelas of the will of God! Hail, disciples of the living Word! I, El Morya, am with you this day to perform alchemy in the earth and within your life, with the Master Saint Germain at my side, and the Master Jesus the Christ. For we are determined that earth shall have her victory, and that each disciple of the Word shall also be victorious night and day, day after day, year after year, until each one ascends into the living light of the presence and fulfills her destiny. Our involvement in the affairs of mankind is great for those who understand the principles, the precepts, the divine values of light, and how they may be proffered through themselves unto humanity by abiding within that field of the will of God, the radiance of the first ray of the dawn that sings the song of the sun as it rises above the horizon to share its divine secrets unto souls upturned to God. What is it that you have gleaned through your communion with the Son and your own God presence as a living solar reality, we ask? If you have found greater divine treasures within the radiances proffered by the Sun, then you are spiraling upward in light unto your source. You are truly ascending day by day to surmise with us that pathway of light that leads to full illumination, complete self-realization, enlightenment with the great Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, East and West. The great White Brotherhood is involved in your daily affairs when you are so consecrated and dedicated to a path of light and invest your heart fires through the invocation of the Word daily and hourly. And when God lives, moves, and has her being through your spirit, through your soul, this you know, this you aver through the I am affirmations that you give, and the daily affirmation of light that you allow to reside where you are, to flow through you, and to charge the earth with that sacred fire, joy, that is the Aquarian spirit of the eternal now. Now. Blessed ones, how may we together make a difference in this world? How may we together fulfill our common goals, our universal destiny, in bringing forth that will into manifestation now upon earth? It is a conscious choice to be at the nexus of the release of light, both the spiraling of light from above into the earth, and the spiraling of light from the earth to heaven above. And that above, as you know, is the vibration of cosmic acceleration that manifests when one is true to the divine, when one is in alignment with the divine presence. To be at that nexus, you must understand the laws of the living Logos, the Word as the living Christ manifest through you. When you see yourself as a divine arbiter of the destiny of God within this plane of being, and man ascending into the divine planes of higher consciousness, then just like Jesus, the living Christ, you become that mediator where you live, move, and have your being for that light to incarnate in time and space where you are. The purpose of your incarnation is to fulfill love in this plane of being, is to give and offer yourself to the divine in order that that light may have a place to incarnate and to fully manifest. When you are a light bearer, a light worker, a light sharer, you understand your purpose as one who is light, who abides in that light, who emanates that light. And daily you are involved in the processes of self-realizing this God consciousness that is pure light. And through that self-realization, then flowering and allowing that light to flow through you. All these truths you have self-discovered over many lifetimes, and now is the time when the full flowering, the full self-realization simply must occur through you, so that greater light may be wielded in this plane to offset the darkness, to prescribe where you are a greater incarnation and manifestation of that radiance, of those divine virtues, of that love light energy. Now you say, "O Master, I have been praying for years and decades. I have been giving my all. I have been tithing unto you, O Master Morya, at the behest of Melchizedek. What more can I do with who I am, with my time, that which God has allotted to me in this lifetime, in order to fulfill God's will?" I say that it is a matter of focus, of attention, and of presence. Focus, attention, presence. When you are truly focused, when you are truly attentive, and when you are truly present in the here and now, then the light of God always prevails through you as that nexus of light. And there is no equivocation of its full radiance, its full blossoming, its full God delivery unto mankind, here, there, and everywhere, to everyone who requires that boost, that radiance, that joy. Now I would speak to you on the law of compensation. Compensation, some feel, is what they deserve as a result of work, effort, givingness. And this is true. Yet God would compensate you even more than you know dearest ones, as initiates of the sacred fire, when you give your all, when you surrender your human creation, and then imbibe the divine essence of your godhood. The compensation that comes unto you is good karma, yet God would give you even greater graces, Holy Spirit fire, blessings untold, when God knows that the allness of yourself is offered on the altar of the One. We often compensate for you when you make your vows and then you leave off of fulfilling them, because this is what we do when we go for dispensations and grants from the great cosmic councils and offer on the altar our attainment, our spiritual jewels and cosmic gems from our causal bodies. And you would be surprised to see how often we must surrender some of those jewels and levels of God light, because our disciples are sometimes wishy-washy and have not fulfilled their vows, have said to this messenger or unto us during and after heart streams, "O Master, yes, initiate me, give me more light, I will do this, this, and this." And then the Maya and the mists of forgetfulness come upon them, and in the fiery path laid out before them, it is as if the opiates of the astral plane overtake them, and they are bemused by all manner of distractions and astral byways. Thus, focus, attention, and presence again become preeminently important, so that you may be compensated directly from the source for that which you involve yourself in, through your attentiveness to your divine presence, through your focus on the light, through the delivery of the goods, through your being, to fulfill that will of God, blessed ones. Even the best of our disciples require rest, recuperation, especially when they have given their all and sacrificed much to invoke that light, sometimes for hours and days, almost without end. And yet even then, blessed ones, a part of yourself must remain aware, alert, awake to the divine world, to all of the divine quintessences that are flowing, and the opposition to that great light that comes often in the night, when the subconscious is preeminent, when the unconscious is aware, and when you are in that state where your consciousness is asleep. How to abide in superconsciousness to avert all these issues is the key. And this day, knowing the law of compensation, and that everything that you give, that you offer, that you sacrifice, that you proffer to each and every disciple, each and every man, woman, and child, through the thankfulness and givingness of your heart, does receive a response from heaven, you will then, dearest ones, make that effort, involve yourself in a greater action of givingness, thankfulness, and use those opportunities presented unto you wisely by God. Compensation. This one understanding, when utilized appropriately, brings you into the sacred space around the altar of God, where there is a full flowering and a divine flowing of light unto you unabated from your presence through your crystal cord into your heart and chakras, into the nexus of your life, and you will have all the energy you require to command that light into action anywhere upon this earth, even if required into your own body temple for your healing and for the restoration of balance, wholeness, wellness, perfect health and vitality. We see this one dynamic as one that many of you are experiencing. Why, O Lord, is it that, having made my commitment to the Great White Brotherhood and the Ascended Masters, it seems that I am now experiencing more health challenges than ever? Why is this? Well, dearest ones, it is because being that nexus for the delivery of light into this world, the great light that descends is charged with spiritual radiance. And unless your physical temple is at the peak of its perfectionment and vitality, that light descending into your being flushes out the darkness. And there are temporary states where you feel and experience this malaise, where this darkness is moving out of you, out of your aura, out of your physical temple. And it is wrought with discomfort. Knowing this, you will not blame God or others for your problems. You will simply say, "Oh Lord, thank you for this opportunity to be at the nexus for this divine compensation to come from heaven through me to the earth, to bless others. I release the darkness that has abided within me, if not in this lifetime, in past lifetimes. I let it go. I allow it to be transmuted through my love, through my affection for you, oh my God, my love for every divine being, the Ascended Masters, and my reverence for every one of my brothers and sisters upon earth. Yes, I am experiencing this temporary darkness or Mayic veil, yet I know, oh my Lord, that it is only an initiation, it is only a test of my willingness to bear it, so that bearing the burdens that I have agreed to bear, I may also be one who offsets the darkness in many places upon earth, and I can compensate for that darkness here, there, and everywhere upon earth. You see, dearest ones, you then become one at the fulcrum of the release of light, holding the balanced scales of Libra, so that that darkness has no place to incarnate or manifest upon the world. You, as a living Christ, aware being, are mitigating again and again and again all manner of evils that could erupt upon this world somewhere, someplace, through an unconscious one who has listened to the voices of darkness and then acts on those voices. Your voice on behalf of your mighty I Am God presence must be strong, and the will of God flashing forth through you must be directed as a cosmic stream into the world with the dynamics of God consciousness in order to compensate for what is happening of the Mayic veil, of all that is evil and diabolical within the nations. through an understanding of this law of compensation, as a living Christed one, you then, as a good shepherd or shepherdess, also are able to guide, direct, and teach others in the way of light, to share with them your experience of how you have attempted to incarnate that light, how you have weathered the storms of the initiatic path, had your victories, stayed true to this path, not lied to yourself, been truthful to who you are, and then moved onward and forward dynamically, overcoming here and there, again and again and again, until you reach the summit peaks, and then are able to drink in the great light of the sun presence of your source. You see, blessed ones, tending the flame, keeping the lightning, maintaining your connection with your source is the greatest work of the hour for initiates, light bearers, light workers, light sharers. For when you maintain that equipoise, that harmony, that equanimity, this counts for something great, for you are compensating again and again and again for that which is transpiring in many nations, among many peoples. Jesus says unto you, please be one through whom we can work, we can emanate. And Saint Germain says, I will work my alchemies through you. When you are a mediator for us by maintaining your peace, your harmony, your balance. Do not get all riled up with this or that emotion that temporarily comes upon you when you feel that you have to defend something of even who you are to others. For this edges on the egoic manifestations of the perversion of the line of Aries that David has recently shared about, blessed ones, on our behalf. Maintain that equipoise. Maintain it through thick and thin. Decide to be one through whom God can incarnate as light, as love, moment by moment, hour by hour, through the fire of your inner being in alignment with your true source. This is our teaching for today, for all of you, because we see, blessed ones, that at times you are bowing under the strain of attempting to do this. Your body temples are going through changes with all of the toxic chemicals released unto the earth. And unless we offer unto you greater light, and that you are able to bear it, some of you may even decide to take your transition earlier than you would like, because your physical temple is having trouble dealing with the exigencies of the hour. Through a dispensation of grace this day, Jesus, Saint Germain, and I are committed to strengthening each of you within the framework of the will of God, to be able to withstand the greater darkness that is coming, that is dawning at the 11 o'clock hour, when the dark ones are pulling out all the stops and attacking our best servants, our divine ones, our holy saints upon earth. And therefore this strengthening comes on this, my birthday, unto each of you, if you would have it. Simply say unto me, O Moria, my brother and master, I accept the initiation of fire, of that blue fire radiance of the will of God now. I incarnate it through my life. I vow to you that I will stay true blue to the new blue path of light, O my master. And I am invested again and again in manifesting that will of God through my being. I aver to you that I will be obedient to the word. And I declare unto you, O Moria, that I am with you through thick and thin, through darkness, wherever it comes, whenever it comes, because I know that there is always the golden lining behind the storm that I will see and experience, having plowed through and fulfilled my destiny victoriously with you, O my Master. You see, dearest ones, a fiat such as this, it takes not even 2 full minutes, will allow you to have the descent of light into your bones, into your sinews, into your muscles, and thereby strengthen you to then move forward, ever forward, on the path of light. I recommit myself to you, who recommit yourself to me. And I say, if you continue to tithe and to give, and to tithe and to give, and to pray, and to sing and to dance, and to come to our events, and attend those Mayer University classes, and incarnate the words that you are learning through the heartstrings and the messages, consciously, that I will be there to take you through the final initiations of the Transfiguration, the Resurrection, and the Ascension. And Jesus and Saint Germain and Mother Mary will also be there with you, so that you will be victorious and ascend at the close of this life. You must surrender. You must give your all. You must maintain your peace, your harmony, and your commitments. And then, having striven and given all, God compensates by giving his, her allness, his, her presence unto you. This understanding of this law of compensation, I pray that you will meditate upon and receive even greater insights. Because truly, dearest ones, it is God's pleasure to give you the kingdom. God's desire that you are self-realized and self-fulfilled in the allness of light, beauty, harmony, peace, heaven. Therefore, accept it. Accept the law of compensation where you are. And as you continue giving and offering more of self, it is a natural manifestation, the law of cause and effect, that your compensation will come when you require it, as you require it, and the specific amounts that you deem essential. It is always God's alchemy, the specific amount of energy, light, beingness, grace, mercy, and even alchemical money comes to you when you show your respect for God and when you have fulfilled all within self through obedience to that will. Thank you, blessed ones, for listening and participating with us this day. You are victorious in the I Am name. You are ascending because God wills it so, and you have aligned with that will and made it real, authentic, viable where you are. God bless you. I am Moria L, your Bapu, your brother, your master.